that I'm flexible. A lot of people don't. They work one particular way. I do have a system that I use. It's my own, but I use what works best for me. I like to consultate with clients. They ask me questions and want to know how to do their hair or what education I have or any of those kind of questions. I usually am pretty open to answering them. But a lot of times people will come in and expect you to be a certain way as an artist and as a hairdresser and as a stylist. They expect you to have a certain mentality or certain point of view, and you're going to take me as I come. And I'm also, I don't ever think that I'm like a stick in the mud. If it's going to be me, the one thing that's going to be consistent about me is that my moods change. I'm never boring. I bore myself, so you have to change, you have to be fabulous. I think I'm compassionate, but I don't really think that I should have to be wiping people's butt, taking care of them too much, walking them through everything. If people have honest questions about their hair and how to style it and how to maintain it and how to take care of it, I'll answer their questions. And I really think that people should try and look the best they can for themselves. I don't care if your girlfriends like it. I don't care if all these other people like it. If you're happy with the way that you look when you look in the mirror, that's probably the most important person that has to be happy. Compliments from friends, family, loved ones, your partner, that's all good. But, I personally look at it when I look in the mirror, I have to be okay with me, and I have good days and bad days. So clients, they're the same. Hairdressers that lie and, oh my God, you look so cute, your butt is so thin. Honey, you're not paying me enough money to hear that shit come out of my mouth. That cost you millions. I like to take education. I like to further my education. Sometimes things are repetitive, but other times it's not. I like to keep up on hair extension techniques because that's always kind of changing, even though hair extensions have pretty much been similar. I like to take makeup classes. It's always funny to see how someone can apply makeup the way that they do it and end up with a totally and completely different look than someone else. Or the exact same look, but God, they took a long way around to get it. I like to take trips and see what people are wearing when I'm on the trip. Are they wearing long hair? Are they wearing short hair? Are they wearing blonde hair? Are they wearing red hair? Are they wearing big hair? Are they wearing little hair? It really just all pretty much depends on the location. And I learn something from it every time I go. I like to travel all over the US, so I like to do crazy projects. I will take off and go help friends on music videos and photo shoots and TV commercials and independent film. Those are all some of the things I've done. Beauty pageants, those are fun. As time has worn on and pageants have had so much stigma attached to them, I'm seeing a definite change because I'm going into my 21st year in the business and I'm really young. I think I'm young. My kids think I'm 100 years old. But I've watched the contestants change over the years. I've watched them become more helpful to each other, more understanding of each other. If there's going to be a catty person, there's usually one person, not them all. On a rare event, now that you do have catty bitches, they pretty much handle themselves because people are competitive. They want to have a good time. They want to have fun. You're under the gun and you have to work backstage. You have to make people look good or make them look the best they can for the evening. Sometimes I rock at it. Sometimes I suck at it. I'm a human being. Most of the time I can make people look fairly decent and have a stage presence, which is really important. I mean, when you're on stage, you should stand out for whatever reason, and most of them should be positive. If you're going to be on the worst dressed, you better damn well work hard to look that bad. So, and if you're going to be on the best dressed, you better be at the top of your damn game. Hell yeah. I think a lot of people have overlooked some of the basics in this business. Shampooing your client, massaging their head, taking a minute or two to curl the ends under. Or if they don't want to spend all the time on their hair, why should you spend hours on their hair as a hairdresser and they're never going to do their hair like that ever again? And when they go home, they're like, God, I can never replicate this. When I was in Washington State working, I heard that a lot from people, even though they had to look good when they went out, that the hairdresser could make their hair look any way they wanted to, but when they got home, it was always such a pain in the ass to recreate it. And it really didn't do them any good because then they were all pissed off or felt like shit about themselves or because they couldn't get their hair to look the way they did. So I always like to do hairstyles that are like reality hair. I mean, what is someone's hair really going to be like? Even though I primarily have worked and grown up in Alaska, you kind of have to think about that. I mean, if you're busy and you have kids, or if you have a career, or if you're going to school, you know, husbands are babysat enough. I've had one of those. You know, you're the last person on the totem pole, and although I find it disgusting, you know, you should be able to do your hair in under 30 minutes, or at 30 minutes. But the trick really is after that period of time, you should be able to clean up and look good, so when you go out, people are like, damn, who's that? I can't believe it's her. Yeah, and I hope they get pissed off, because that's how you know you look good. You do your hair, you do your makeup, you wear that outfit. There's someone not used to seeing you, somebody starts talking total shit about you. Well, that's how you know you wore the right outfit. You pissed everyone off because you're too cute. Aha. I think I watch a lot of people in my limited market, and by limited I mean Alaska might have a few people in it, but it's really limited. A lot of risk takers. I like to take risks. I don't like to just take risks with the work that I do. I like to take risks with color, with extensions, with my attitude. You know, if you come in salon, oh yes, oh let me kiss your ass. It's like, no, you're not paying me to kiss your ass. You're paying me to do your hair. You're not paying me to lie to you. You're paying me to look the best you can. That's what you're paying me for. And when I get a client that comes in wanting me to tell them all the fib, I refer them. Honey, you can go over there and get your hair done. She'll tell you anything you want to hear and give you the same old haircut that the girl in the mall is and charge you 4 times the amount for it. Deal. So I try not to be like that. I try to be as honest as I can be as a human being, as an artist, as a stylist. At the same time taking into account that I'm working on a human being, and we all have highs and we all have lows, we all have goods and we all have bads, and in the end we all just really want to look the best we can look, and if it's time to clean up, we want to knock them dead. So that's kind of where I'm at. When I see people trying to get new clients, I always laugh because they always try to tell the clients that, like, you know, hey, I'm perfect, I'm this kind of hairdresser, or blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, they're like hungover doing your hair. Whatever. Or they're like selling the hairdo but not able to deliver on the hairdo. I don't like living up to that level of expectations. I don't like to try to oversell myself and say I can do all of this stuff when I can't. Platform artists or other types of hairdressers might be able to do that. I've turned all that down in my career, actually, because I was never that kind of confident level for myself. It's like, if you're going to be a platform artist, you have to work under the microscope, because you're not just working for clients that understand good, bad, barfy kid, crappy husband or partner or wife or whatever it is. You know, you're dealing with people that are sitting in the audience that all have the same education level or more, looking to you to teach them something they've never seen before, which is rare anymore. And they're under the magnifying glass, and probably most criticizing people you ever meet, I don't cut hair like that, I don't do it this way, or you should do it that way, or I can't believe we paid for this class because I really didn't learn anything new. I think any class I've ever paid for and gone and watched a platform artist, number one, I've always respected the artist, and number two, I've carried one thing away from that class, I don't care how much I paid for it, that I can apply right here in my chair, and that all my clients have benefited from that. So I think if I was going to, you know, be the kind of hairdresser that did that, I would have to have clients. You know, I miss my girls, I like my girls. And I like new people too. New people are fun. I think when the new people come in, they keep me on my toes, force me out of my comfort zone. Everybody gets in one. Client can have the same hairdo 24 hours a day, like 30 years of their life, and I could be the same person 24 hours a day and 30 years of my life, and then I get, oh, yeah, that's why I don't like to be boring. But new clients ensure that you're not boring. That's always good. Plus, I think if I get challenged a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll go and find education so that I can learn how to work or be better at it. Or if my attitude gets really, really, really extreme, then I take a break. The days of the week that I work 4 days a week, and I try to work 10 to 12-hour days. So I cram a lot into my time and try to use it very wisely. I have a 5-year-old too, and a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old, so I understand. But I think that when it keeps you on your toes and challenges you, what you have to do is have to read a new book, look at a new magazine, or take a new class. God bless the internet. I can get on the internet and look stuff up now and find things online. I can watch videos online. I can look at pictures online. I can do them, show my skill level, or share my knowledge that I've learned. Somebody in my family has been in business for the last 100 and some odd years, on all kinds of businesses. And so I know a lot about business that just came down through the generations. And I've managed to keep the lights on and keep some groceries in the belly and keep my kids clothed or whatever else. I've got a car. How did I do it? Where did it come from? And I think it came from all of that knowledge and education that was passed down through my friends and family, plus the willingness to challenge myself to take the class if I don't know what I'm talking about. So, as an artist, at this stage of the game, I think that I'm good, bad, and ugly, and beautiful. So I think that makes for a well-rounded person. And I think that honesty plays key. And that I don't try to oversell myself. So, try it out.